All right, here's a $280,000 house at the Texas tax deed sale. Opening bid behind me is just $11,400. So if you want to learn how to buy these properties, tax deed investing is an amazing way to do it. So we get the boots on the ground here. One of the key things to finding these properties is you obviously need to find when the tax deed sale is. And what we love about Texas is it's the first Tuesday of every month. So every single month there are hundreds of properties, and this is a prime example. Let's come up here a little bit. Take a look at it. So obviously this thing is going to need a little bit of rehab, but if you want to get into real estate, there's nowhere on earth where you can find a property that could be worth as much as $280,000 with an opening bid of 11 grand. Now, what's crazy about these, if you want to make money in real estate, we've seen it before where sometimes these properties go for as little as the opening bid. Now, for you, if you want to come to these sales, sure, there's a chance maybe this thing gets bid up past market value. However, there's no other avenue in real estate where you can get into something very cheap and have an opportunity and a swing at bat to get something that can change your life. So let's take a look at this property. So as you go out to tax sales, this is a perfect example of something that could be a great home run. So you look at this here, some of the things we're looking for, obviously this one is vacant. Now you need to be able to make the judgment call if there's somebody in it, and luckily we're here today and we notice this thing is vacant. So we can stop, we can take a look around, but a lot of the properties might have a tenant or they might have a homeowner in the house. So obviously in that situation, you want to just drive by, snap a picture. You don't want to be intrusive or interrupt. So if you guys are just tuning in, I'm Dustin Hahn, and this channel is dedicated to helping you get into real estate, find some dirt cheap houses, flip them, and create wealth in real estate. So right now we're boots on the ground. The tax auction's tomorrow, so we're going to be bidding on this property. So when we look at it, the market value is around $280,000 when it's fixed up. Now, clearly this thing is going to need some work, and with this, we're probably going to budget around $35-40 perhaps per square foot because we want to be conservative on this. So on this property, we'll probably bid up to around $50,000 on it, and then at that point, we have two options. We could go ahead, we could flip it for 100, make a quick $50,000, or we could put another $50,000 into it and sell it for top of market and try to make $150,000. So what I love about this game is there's room for everybody to get into real estate. We're looking at properties sometimes, opening bid is a couple $100. With Texas, they have an auction the first Tuesday of every single month. So let's take a look at some more details on this thing. And when you look at the property here, you'll see some signs that this thing's vacant, right? So one of the things is there's some mail by the door. You can see that it's not really taken care of, and this thing really clicks off all of the boxes for something that excites us. It's vacant. There's a decently high opening bid of $11,000, which means that sometimes you might see a beautiful house and the opening bid is a couple $100. And what that means, it's probably going to get redeemed. So if you're interested in getting into this game, every single month we come to these tax auctions and we bring people. And, a lot of the times people waste their time. They go to a seminar, they get excited about what's going on, but they never implement. So we like to learn by boots on the ground. So there's a QR code here and a link below in the description. If you want to come join us and bid on some of these with us, we'll take you by the hand. We'll show you in person. We hop in a van or a small vehicle and take people one-on-one. And it's really one of the fastest ways to start getting deals, to actually learn by doing, which is awesome. So there's a QR code here. You can book a free call. We can have a conversation with you, see if it's a fit. From there's a link below in the description. But also, let's take a look here if we walk around and just see what's going on. As you can see, this is a pretty decent house. The structure looks okay. We want to look at the roof. So the roof on this property, there might be a little bit of life in it, but we'd probably budget for a new roof. We want to look at the gutters. You want to take a good look at the property. We have a detached garage, which is great. And, really, this thing's been sitting vacant. It's hard to say. It could have been sitting vacant for the last year or so. But the thing I like on this is there are lots of great properties in the area. We're near schools, and tax deed investing is really one of the most amazing ways to get into real estate. So now, the next thing we need to do, and what you need to do when you're looking at these properties, is you need to make sure what tax year it's for, right? So we have an $11,000 opening bid. And when we do the research, it could say up to tax year 2022. So obviously we're in 2025, so you also need to budget. There could be 3 other years of taxes that you need to factor into the bid. Now, on a property like this, where there's an opportunity where we could make, you know, a couple $100,000, well, $150,000, a couple other years of taxes isn't the end of the world. The big thing that we want to look for is things like city and county liens, and we want to make sure that it's not a homestead exemption. So when you're in Texas, there's a thing called a homestead exemption. And basically that means the property has a 2-year redemption. Now the cool thing is it's 25% the first year, 50% the second year if they redeem. But the thing is, most of the time they don't redeem and you're gonna end up with the property. However, you need to be aware of the exemption of the homestead because that means things could be tied up for up to 2 years, which is no fun. The other thing you need to be aware of is the HOA properties that are going to these auctions, because a lot of the places in Houston have homeowner association fees, and what people don't realize is the homeowner association fee, they do the same auction as the tax sale. So for example, a giant mistake people make is the fact that maybe this is a homeowner association fee foreclosure, and maybe there's a mortgage on this property for, you know, $200,000, but they see an opening bid for $5,000 and then they bid it up to $100,000 and they think they got a deal. However, there's a $200,000 mortgage on the property and then they have to do a rehab. Now, if you look at the front door, one of the things that I like to see here, there's some mail there, there's leaves. This thing clearly needs a little bit of work, a little bit of TLC. So we're definitely going to swing. We're going to bid on this property. And what I love about tax deed investing in Texas, the auction's the first Tuesday of every month. There's 254 counties. A lot of these you can be doing online from the comfort of your home. We like to come in person and do these as well. And this is also a good auction to fly into as far as making it worth your time. One of the big mistakes people make is they fly across the country and they only have maybe 5 properties to look at and they get redeemed. So we're out here now, the auction's tomorrow, and one of the first things we do on a Monday is we click off things that gets canceled, right? So a big rookie mistake is just looking at a few and they go to the auction and there's nothing there. Now, that's obviously better than going to no auction. However, we want to look at a good handful because 80% of the properties you look at will be redeemed, right? Human nature is to leave things until last minute. I'm like that as well, and they'll redeem the day of. So we have the auction tomorrow. This hasn't redeemed. We are excited about this thing. Good bones on the property. The foundation looks good from here. It is vacant. We have all sorts of signs. Another cool thing to look for is if a property is vacant, if it's an out-of-state owner, that reduces the chances of it redeeming as well. So if you're wanting to get into real estate and make money, this is really one of the best ways to get started. There's no other arbitrage in real estate where you can get in so low and have such great gains. Now, like I mentioned, there's a chance this gets bid up. There's a chance that nobody bids on it. We've seen that many times. The key thing, if you want to make money in this business, you need to take swings and keep showing up, and eventually you will get hit. So if you guys like this stuff, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and if you want to come on one of these auction trips, the cool thing is there's a QR code here. You can book a totally free call and we can see if it's a fit. We can help you invest. We can help you look at the properties. Right now, our students are doing title research and we're going through it. We're going to go through it with a fine-tooth comb to make sure there's no hidden liens or fees on the property. So the link is in the description if you're interested in joining. It's absolutely awesome. There's nothing like it. It's the fastest and quickest way to become a real estate investor. So thanks for watching. Subscribe if you like this, and we'll see you in the next one.